and they're going to come up with about a 3rd down and about 3 or 4 yards to go situation.
Big down for them here, Bob. They need to keep this drive going. They lost some momentum. They've gained some back with this drive. They just can't lose it again.
Steve Sleddy, the senior, playing a good football game today. 4 minutes and 17 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. La Center leading Mahnomen, and I would have to say that they would be the underdogs coming into this game.
I would think so. However, they've been underdogs a lot this year. They've always found a way to do it.
This is Muckenhern with a handoff straight up the middle. Number 37, Dave Level. Not enough for a 1st down. I don't believe they're going to call for a measurement, but I don't know if they've got it, Cal.
No, I don't believe they have.
Steve
I don't
Dwyer.
think he made it.
Steve Dwyer on the tackle. Don't forget that coming up immediately following this game, the Class C championship game, Truman against Belgrade, and Larry Burnett will be in here in the booth to bring you the play-by-play of that game. Immediately following that, Fergus Falls, Hillcrest Lutheran will take on Westbrook for the 9-man championship. And then later on tonight, well, they say he's got the 1st down.
That shows you how good an official I would have been.
Well, I missed that one totally. As I was saying, later on tonight, the Class A championship game, East Grand Forks against Brooklyn Center, and the big AA shootout between Owatonna and Stillwater. Well, that was a big measurement for Mahnomen.
Yes, very much. They needed the 1st down there very badly.
1st and 10 with the ball on the 43-yard line. Muckenhern with a full house backfield. Fakes once and now gives off to Charlie Stock, and he's over the 50-yard line down to the 46. Charlie Stock brought down by Todd Traxler of La Center.
Second man through on the belly. Front back isolates, does a good job of blocking. And once again, Bob, it's a little bit like we were talking. When you pop that 8-man front line, you go a long way. You're in the secondary running.
Well, we're almost down to 3 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10, and Muckenhern. Oh, I don't quite understand that play. It was a mix-up.
I don't think they wanted that one. I think they'd like to have that one back. I think the ball was snapped probably a little prematurely, and Muckenhern just tried to get what he could with it.
Todd Anderson on the tackle count.
Yeah, I really don't see him any place. There's no room to run, whether it was a planned play or not. I doubt if they call a quarterback sneak in that situation.
There you see the Mahnomen head coach, Kenny Bauman, 14th year. 2nd and 8, ball on the 44. Muckenhern fakes once, now gives to Charlie Stock's got some running room. He's inside the 35-yard line. And now the Mahnomen Indians are really starting to move the football. Mike McMillan and Todd Traxler on the tackle.
Bread and butter. Fake the 1st, 2nd man through. Lead back, isolating on the linebacker. Great running room. That play goes right to the safety band every time.
Charlie Stock, 9 rushes for 48 yards on the day. Muckenhern, 1st and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line of La Center. The give is to Stock again. Breaks 1 tackle and makes 3 yards on sheer effort. Number 55 of La Center in the backfield. Steve Dwyer had him, and Charlie Stock broke that tackle.
Outside linebacker. That was the same play, except that time the lead back didn't block the outside linebacker. He fired the gap. Watch him. Watch him fire the gap right here. Does a nice job of warding off the blocker. Almost lost the tackle.
2nd down and 8. The ball now sits on the 33-yard line. Muckenhern fakes once, turns, now gives to Sleddy. Sleddy, oh, fumble! Loose football picked up by La Center, and it's returned to the 44-yard line. Ken Muckenhern fumbled. And 71, number 71, Jeff Christian, the senior, recovers the fumble, and oh, what a play for the La Center Wildcats.
That's the 2nd time. See, that's that cross buck off of that belly. Take the belly one way and then hand it back, and I tell you what caused the fumble. An awfully good tackle by number 55, Steve Dwyer.
First and 10 for Le Center at the 44-yard line. 1 minute and 13 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. The pitch is out to Vollmer. He's got Squires in front of him. Nice block by Squires, and he lunges and may have the first down. We mentioned early in the first half that Mahnomen, they've averaged 4 fumbles a game, losing 3, and in this game so far, that has been the difference.
Okay, there's the counter. Trap. Good job. Good hit by 55. Face on the ball. Super hit. Caused the fumble.
That was Dwyer. Christian picks it up, and I'm sure he's a little upset he didn't get to go all the way. It's not often that your defensive linemen get to score a touchdown. 2nd and 1. Ball on the 46. They were just shy of the first down, but now Squires goes straight ahead. Vollmer, rather, goes straight ahead and picks up the first down. Tim Roy and Burl Bellinger on the tackle for Mahnomen. Oh my, what a surprise. You know, one thing about high school football, I know you started as a high school coach, and through 30 years of coaching, I know that you've seen literally thousands of high school games, and there is no doubt about it, you never know what to expect.
No, that's true. I don't think, I mean, the game of football is very unpredictable at all levels, but especially at the high school level.
Just 13 seconds remaining here in the third quarter with Le Center leading 6-0. They give straight up the middle to Vollmer, and that'll just about do it for the third quarter. 2 fumbles, very costly here in the second half for the Mahnomen Indians. That's the end of the third quarter of the Class B championship game with the score, Le Center 6, Mahnomen nothing. Back live at the Metrodome, Bob Bruce along with Cal Stahl. And Cal, in a game like this where you have 2 teams that are just so evenly matched and they're just playing nose to nose, those turnovers have been the difference. There you see Le Center has not given up a point in the fourth quarter all season. And Le Center at this point now working on their 7th straight shutout. They've had 8 shutouts this year, and so far they have shut out the Mahnomen Indians. So the defense is playing well, keeping the offense in the ball game, and now if Anderson can keep that passing going. But of course, I'm sure we're going to hear more from the Mahnomen Indians. Shotgun formation, 2nd down and 8, ball on the 42-yard line. We're into the fourth quarter. Long pass, looking downfield, has a man open. It's complete. Todd Traxler, touchdown. Anderson to Traxler.
I told you he had a good arm. That rascal, he's a good athlete, but that was a great catch too. That was a good job of getting open.
Le Center now goes on top, 12-0.
See it again here. That's Anderson back. Got plenty of time. There's no pass rush on him at all. And he just hangs it up, and Traxler runs under it and has nothing left but end zone. Nothing in front but end zone.
Stood up nice and tall back there, looked down the field, spotted his receiver, Todd Traxler, and just lofted it in there, and suddenly they lead 12-0.
They go for the 2-point again.
Out of the shotgun. Looking right. Throws, knocked down. It's no good. Nevertheless, Le Center, I'm sure, very happy now as we're just into the fourth quarter, and there's a timeout with the score of Le Center 12, Mahnomen nothing. Back at the Dome, the Le Center fans are really whooping it up here at the Metrodome because the Wildcats are leading Mahnomen 12-0. We had a scoreless first half, and then suddenly here in the second half, Mahnomen, 2 costly errors. The scoring drive, 4 plays, 56 yards, 1:35, the drive time, and it is a 42-yard pass from Anderson to Traxler. The extra point was no good, so that's where we sit at the moment, 12-0 with Le Center leading. Palmquist will kick off for Le Center. Back deep, the deep man for Mahnomen will be Muckenhern. There's the kick. Muckenhern receives it at his own 12-yard line. They set the wall. He's got an opening, gets out to around the 33-yard line. Muckenhern with a 21-yard return, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Indians, the Mahnomen Indians, at their own 33-yard line. On the tackle, Dave Pudwell and Bob Vollmer. Rob Lear is down on the sidelines and has something for us. Rob?
Bob, yeah, an insight on that last touchdown pass. That play was drawn up here on the sidelines. Credit the La Center coaches upstairs, the highest percentage that they can get a great angle on this Metrodome. They were able to see a tendency on that Mahnomen defense. It paid off with that touchdown in the fourth quarter. Let's go back upstairs.
Well, that was Dave Liebel running the football for Mahnomen, and Pudwell on the tackle, and there you have it. That's why you have coaches up high, is to find a little flaw, and evidently they drew that play up and went for it.
Well, I said earlier in the show that I'm impressed with the coaching. All 10 teams that are in here.
Second down and 4, ball on the 39 for Mahnomen. This is Muckenhern. Gets to Charlie Stark. Charlie burst over the 45-yard line, and he's up to around the 48.
They never have been stopped, but they've stopped themselves, Bob, with the 2 fumbles. That's that same off-tackle play.
McMillan and Traxler on the tackle for La Center. Each and every time in the first half they had the drive going and they got the holding penalty. Here in the second half they had 2 drives going and they had 2 fumbles, and they really have stopped themselves. Todd Traxler, the injured player, down on the field.
I have a hunch that they've run up. I'll bet their stats look pretty good on total yardage at this point. I don't know what they are, but they would look pretty good.
Well, there's a timeout on the field with the score, La Center 12, Mahnomen nothing. Back at the Metrodome, Mahnomen versus La Center for the Class B championship game. There you see, high in the roof of the Metrodome, just one of 8 cameras KSTP has here covering the 5 class championship games. There's Mahnomen, a penalty flag on the field. KSTP starting a new tradition here with high school football inside the Metrodome. Jeff Christian on the tackle. And here we have it again.
Yeah, they're killing themselves with penalties and fumbles, and when you get to a championship game like this, you can't do that because of the dudes across the line of scrimmage are pretty darn good football players. They wouldn't be here either.
And it's getting very close to the time, Cal, where I have to talk about the infamous
Holding.
clock.
Offense, first down 25.
This Mahnomen football team is not the kind of football team that can score in a hurry, and with 10 minutes and 55 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter, and they've got to score 2 touchdowns to tie the game, so they're really going to have to do something here and do it quickly.
They're not geared to come from behind because they don't throw the ball that much, and their game is run straight north and see if you can get 6 to 10 yards a try. And that's kind of their football game, and that's not going to be enough right now with a little over 10 minutes left to go. Coach Walschool's looking at the clock too, because I know he's looked forward to this. This is his first time down here.
There's Kenny Bauman. He knows, Ken knows he's got a lot of work to do here, and he doesn't have much time in which to do it. Muckenhern at quarterback, the 2 sets-backs, Sleddy and Stock. He fakes to both of them, keeps the ball himself. He's across the 40-yard line, and he's up to around the 41. Jeff Christian. And Chuck Squires on the tackle for La Center.
Great play by Squires. Watch Squires defensively. Watch him fight off the blocker here and make the tackle. Right here, excellent job. Knocks the blocker down and puts his face on the ball. That's a good defensive corner play. Excellent.
Second down and 17, the ball on the 41-yard line. La Center leads 12-0 over Mahnomen. Muckenhern drops back. Now they're going to pass the football. Looking downfield for Sleddy. It's thrown up for grabs. Intercepted by Palmquist. To the 45, across the 50, to the 46-yard line of Mahnomen. And the one time Mahnomen goes to the air, they're burned and burned bad. Palmquist with the interception.
You were right, Bob, throwing up for grabs. You see, it's difficult to throw deep on a team that plays a 3-deep zone. The one thing they're not going to do is get beat deep. They really trying to get it all at once. If they're going to throw, they're going to pick it up in small chunks in front of that zone. Here it is again. I mean, there was plenty of time. That was up for grabs. 2 people could have had that.
First and 10 on the 46. The give is to Squires. Squires across the line of scrimmage. A 20-yard return by Tim Palmquist of the Muck.